Hello all, you're welcome to learn how to play the violin the easy way. Today we'll be looking at the names of the strings, and we're going to learn how to bow each strings. Last time we looked at the name of every other parts of the violin apart from the strings. I don't know, do you remember some of the parts of the violin? The scroll, the pegs, the fingerboard, you remember that, the FO, the bridge, the fine-tuning screws, the tailpiece, the chin rest, the sound post. I hope you remember all that. Then we have our bow, and we have the air, the stick, we have the grip, we have the frog, we have the eye, we have the screw. That is just a recap of the names of the parts of the violin and the bow. But today we'll be looking at the names of the strings. The names of the string. A violin has 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you remember, in the past video I mentioned that the strings differ in terms of the thickness, okay, and that is for a purpose. All right, going from the lowest tone to the highest tone, or let's say from the lowest pitch to the highest pitch, and we have the lowest one, which is the thickest, to the highest one, which is the thinnest. All right, but today we are going to learn the names of each of these strings, the names of each of these strings. So starting from the thickest here down, that is the G, then the D, followed by the A, and then the E. All right, so we have G, D, A, E. Okay, again, G, D, A, E. Again, G, D, A, E. Now you ask me, how do you get these names? It's not really far-fetched, okay? In music we use only 7 letters, okay? We use only 7 alphabets: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and after that we go back to A. All right, so in music we use only 7 letters, so we don't have H or I or J or K in music. We stay with those 7 letters: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And when you get to G, you go back to A. All right, so let's see if the thickest is G. All right, another thing we need to know in violin, the standard way of playing is to use your 3 fingers. All right, 1, so you place 1 finger on the string, you place the 2nd finger on the string, you place the 3rd finger on the string. Now, occasionally we use the 4th finger. Well, when you start playing and when you've gotten used to the violin, you get to use the 4th finger. But for now, we're starting basic, basic steps, basic way of playing. First, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's how, those are the fingers we used. We just use 1, 2, 3. First finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, okay, on each string. All right, and so if that is what we use, and this is G, remember we use only 7 letters in music, and when you get to G, you go back to A. So if this is G, we place our first finger on G, it becomes A. Remember, there is no H, it becomes A. Place our 2nd finger, that is B. Place our 3rd finger, that is C. All right, then what next? When you're done playing the 3 fingers and you want to keep going higher, you go to the next string, which is D. Open string, which is D. So remember that this is G. The first one is G, first string G, second one is D, third one is A, then E. I'm trying to teach you how we got that, okay? How did we get those letters? We have G, place your finger there, A, second finger B, C, then open string is D. Place your first finger on D, it becomes E, second finger F, third finger G, then you go to the next string, which is A. Place your first finger there, B, second finger C, third finger D, and the next string is E. Alright, then F, G, A. Alright, so in case you forget, all you have to remember is the first string, okay, which is G. Then you can run it through. Remember, each finger corresponds to going higher in a letter. So A, this is G. Do you put your first finger, it becomes A, second finger B, third finger C, you go to the next string D, and you continue like that. Alright, so that is the basic way of playing the violin. But as you keep learning, you begin to manipulate your fingers, and you use the fourth finger instead of opening the string, but that is going to come later. Alright, now how do you bow? The first thing you need to learn how to do is learning to bow the open strings G, D, A, E. Alright, do you remember how to position your violin again? Put your chin on the chin rest. Alright, your elbow, alright, must be well placed. Your fingers there, but right now we are not putting any of our fingers on the strings. We just want to bow the open strings. Alright, the G, the D, A, E. Alright, so you position your violin, hold your bow. Remember to hold your bow, put your finger in the middle of the bow, down there just above the frog. The whole of this place is called the frog. Okay, just place your thumb there, then let the weight be on the first finger. Alright, this is what is really holding the bow. Then all the other fingers are supporting that, so you are not holding it too tight. It's not, you don't have to hold it very tight. This is what is holding the bow. All the other fingers will just clasp on the bow just to support that first finger. Alright, then you bend it, not so much, not this way, just a little bit. Alright, just a little bit. Let's start with E, since it's the simplest. Okay, so let's bow our E. Did you see that? Try it again. Bow your E. Alright, then want to bow your A, just go a little bit. You have to target bowing the A alone without the E sounding. Okay, so you just go up a little bit. Now when you are bowing, this is what determines the direction, not your elbow. Alright, so we are not going this way. Okay, so yeah, the hand and the forehand is what is determining the direction of the bow. Alright, so you bow your E again. Another thing you will ask me, how do you know where to bow? You are bowing within the bridge and the finger bow, this space here, not after it. You don't bow here, you bow just between the bridge and the finger bow, that space there. And try not to go over to the other side. So let's bow again, you see, E. And to be able to do that, like I mentioned earlier on, you have to make sure that your hand and the forehand, this side, this part of your hand, of your full right side, okay, is what is determining the direction. Okay, your hand and your forehand. from your elbow up to the shoulder. You don't really need to move that part of the hand. Okay, so you don't need to do this way. All right, rather you do this way. All right, not this way, but up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, not up, down. Okay, so let's try it again. E, down, up, down, up. I hope you're trying it and I hope it's working for you. Okay, yeah, I know it's going to take some time for you to learn how to bow, especially making sure it's not going overboard. So if you're bowing, if the power is coming from the elbow down to your shoulder, this is the way it looks like. So you will do something like this, which is not the right way to bow. Okay, so make sure that that part of your right side is stable. All right, then this is what I'm referring to your hand. All right, so your wrist to your fingers, and this is what I'm referring to your forehand, from your elbow to your wrist. Okay, all right, and that is where what determines the direction of where the bow goes. This is a very good exercise you should do if you want to play the violin. Just flap, okay, flap your hands many times every day, just to make those parts of your body flexible. So let's go again with E. We're just bowing E. You see that? Then you want to bow A, you just shift your hand a little bit above. Remember, the target is not to bow both at the same time. No, we want just A. They can go up again and play your D. Make sure it's not touching the other string, just D. Then your G. Okay, let's go again. E, A, D, G. I hope you understand what to do. Now in the next video, we're going to do a lot of exercises on open strings. So on G, D, A, E, and we are going to bow them together. Okay, thank you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and in the next video I'll attend to your questions. Thank you. Bye.